Hi, my name is Desi and I'm 15 years old. Today's date is March 7th, 2016. My surgery date is tomorrow, March 8th, 2016. The surgery that I'm having done is an arthroscopic surgery called a Bankart lesion. It's a labrum tear in my right shoulder, and the surgery that I'm getting, I'm going to have about 3 anchors. So these videos that I'm going to be doing over the recovery process are more so towards softball players and baseball players. How I injured my shoulder was I dislocated it about 5 times over the span of 4 years. The first time it happened, my arm was up and I was playing basketball and a girl bumped into it. The second 2 to 3 times was volleyball and I tried serving it and both times it popped out. And then the 4th time, what happened was I was playing basketball again and the same thing happened. My arm was up and a girl bumped into me. And at about 2 months ago, I was in a softball tournament in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and what happened was I reached back to the bag and I fell forward and that dislocated my arm, and my mom took a video of it actually, but it doesn't look like, I hurt it or anything. So the reason I'm basing the recovery videos more so towards baseball and softball players is because I can hit really well at the moment, even with my shoulder being injured. I can catch the ball, I can dart throw pretty good, I can do a pretty hard dart throw and still be pretty accurate. And the reason I'm basing this more towards them is because I can't throw overhand at all, and if I do, it'll injure it more, and the more I injure it, the more injured it's going to be, basically. And so most blogs and videos about Bankart lesions usually are with people who lift weights or dirt bike or stuff like that. They never show the recovery process after 3 months, which I will be showing, which is a throwing program that my surgeon will be putting me on for PT. So I want to show the softball and baseball players those things, how I'm recovering at the 3-month to 6-month mark, so that you guys will know if the PT is actually working and if I can actually have more flexibility than the average people as I'm doing the throwing program. Now, the schedule of recovery process that my surgeon has told me is supposed to be, I get the surgery, which is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be in about a week to 10 days of a sling and just be in that the rest of that time and just be on painkillers and stuff like that. And then after that, I'm going to get the stitches out, and then after that, you can take showers. So you can't get the stitches wet, and so you have to be icing it a lot. And so after that, you're going to have 5 weeks of part 1 of PT. It's basically going to allow you to bring your arm up and bring your arm out. That's the first part. Second part is going to be a 6-week PT, which is going to be full range of motion and you can move your arm anywhere. He said that at about 3 months, I can start running and I can start hitting, and at about 3 months, I will feel at about 90 to 100%. And that's when you can start, doing a lot more things. Now, from the 3-month to the 6-month mark, he's going to be putting me on a throwing program, which will be able to build up my muscle again, relearn how to throw, and basically reteach yourself how to build that muscle back up and how to, do what you gotta do. The labrum tear itself will actually heal itself by 6 weeks with the 3 anchors inside. The 3 anchors are actually not made of metal. They're made of a substance that has the same density as the bone. So if you go through a metal detector at the airport, it won't set anything off or anything. And it'll actually dissolve within the next few years and it won't be there anymore. And your shoulder will hopefully still be healed. So I also play the piano and the stand-up bass, and my doctor or surgeon told me that at 4 weeks, which is a month, that's when I can start, playing the piano and playing the stand-up bass and start using that muscle again and be able to do small extra activities that I once did before. I have some predictions of what I think is going to go on through the surgery. I think that the first day I'm going to be fine because there's going to be a nerve block in. I think it's going to be kind of annoying because I'm just going to have a dead arm there. And then the second day is going to be the worst day. And then the third day is going to be annoying. And then the 4th day on, I'm just going to be getting better. That's my prediction. I am dominant on the right arm, which sucks because it's going to be in a sling. And so I have to be using my non-dominant hand, which is my left hand. I think one of the most challenges is I'm going to have to put my hair up, and I can't do that with my left hand and not with my right hand. I think doing some everyday things playing on my phone or something, that's going to be a challenge because I'm so used to do. In school, I have to write a lot, and so my doctor said I'm able to write with my right hand, but it's going to be difficult because it's going to be in the sling the whole time, so I'll have to be writing like this. So I'm probably going to have to resort to writing with my left hand, which is going to suck because my handwriting is awful on this hand. And I think also carrying my stuff around in school, we're still trying to figure out how that's going to work, because the reason is you can't have anything on this shoulder because it's going to bother this shoulder, which is my right one, and then my left arm, I'm going to have the sling on it, and if you put more weight on there, it's going to bother it just as much. And you don't want to roll anything in high school because that's just weird and awkward, and you don't want to like do anything, so you might want to resort to like online notes and bringing like an iPad to school and maybe like a stylus to take notes or something. Just something simple that you can carry around with one hand and not worry about anything, maybe like a folder or something. That's what I think I'm going to be doing. That's just like what I think is going to like absolutely suck. Kind of the schedule that's going to be going on for tomorrow is I can't drink or eat anything after midnight, and right now it's 11:22, so can't drink anything after midnight, and I can't eat anything, and so I'm basically going to wake up at 6:30, leave at 6:45, we have to be there at 7:15, and then you have to do all this paperwork and stuff, and it's supposed to start at 9:15, and it should only take about 45 minutes to an hour, and I'm supposed to be wearing kind of like a comfortable button-down shirt so they can like, you know, take me out of it, do the surgery, put me back in without hurting me, and then I should be in like recovery kind of for about an hour after the anesthesia. I'm getting a nerve block in my arm, and I'm getting general anesthesia, so I don't need a tube down my throat, and hopefully after that I'll be able to go home and, you know, be on my way. So that's kind of like the schedule of what's going to be going on tomorrow, like the day of surgery.